Bob, hello, it's Daniel Davis here, Professor Moriarty from Star Trek Next Generation and Star Trek Picard. And I had a message from Dave telling me that you have a birthday coming next week on the 19th. You'll be turning 70. Well, I have a birthday coming in November, and I'll be turning 80, so I've got a few years on you. And he tells me that you are a retired psychiatrist from Chandler, Arizona, and that you have done incredibly noble work specializing in treating autistic children, which is a wonderful, wonderful thing to have done. Congratulations on such an incredible career. I'm told that you're a big Star Trek fan and that you go to Las Vegas every year. Were you there when I was there a couple of weeks ago? You might have come to the table. It's hard for me to remember. Do you know that there were close to 300 people? I was only there 2 days, and I had close to 300 people on my 2 days sitting at the table, which was remarkable, especially considering that there were so many distractions and so many other great Star Trek characters and actors there. I was very flattered and very honored to have had so much attention. I think part of the problem was that I had missed a couple of years in a row. Today, this past convention was the first one I'd been to, I think, in 3 years. The first one I missed because of COVID, and I think a lot of people didn't show up for that one. And then the next year, we had the Screen Actors Guild strike, and our agents would not allow us to go to the conventions because we weren't allowed to talk about any of our work. We couldn't talk about Star Trek on a panel. We couldn't talk about the shows that we've been in or the movies that we've been in, or anything done under the SAG banner. And since my former boss, Fran Drescher, from The Nanny, was the president of the union at that point, I couldn't afford to cross a picket line, not with Miss Drescher hounding me. So I stayed away. So this was a sort of a reunion for me to be able to go back after all this time. Dave says that I did a cameo for him last year for his 70th birthday. So you guys are in the 70s fraternity now together. And 70s were really good for me. I enjoyed that decade as much as any other decade I've been through. And I'm hoping, fingers crossed, to enjoy my 80th coming up, my 8th decade. Dave complimented on the cameo that I did for him last year. And he didn't realize, as most people don't, I guess, that I am not British. I was born and raised in Arkansas, and I had very good training when I was a young actor coming up, and accents and ear training, what we call ear training, to be able to pick up accents is an easy thing for me to do, especially coming from the South, because so many of my heritage, so many of my relatives are English, Irish, and Welsh. So we sort of covered the British Isles. And then I have a few relatives who are from Scandinavia, and one who is from Albania. That was my mother's father, who kept his history very secret. But we all found out about his past after he had passed away. It was a big surprise to all of us. But he apparently came over between the First and Second World War to America with his family. But you know, it's interesting. Our heritages are so mixed, and I know that people go to a great deal of trouble to find out where they're from. I did one of those genealogy tests and found out that I was mostly British Isles, which makes it makes an explanation for why I'm able to pick up good British accents. I guess it's in my blood. At any rate, I thank you for being a fan, and if you come to the next Vegas convention, which I hope to be at, I hope that you will come by and say, "Hi, Daniel, I'm Bob, and you did a cameo for me." And we'll shake hands and have a nice greeting, and I'll even give you a free autograph, if you just remind me. Okay? Thank you, and have a very happy birthday, and enjoy your 70s. It can be a glorious time. So, I feel good because I think young and I act young. In fact, I don't act my age at all. I get pictures all the time from high school reunions that took place every year. They have or every few years, I guess, they have my high school class reunion in Little Rock. I've only been to one. And the most recent pictures they sent, I looked at the pictures and I thought, oh my goodness, what happened to them? They all look like my parents. I mean, I'm gray and withered a little bit, but I try to keep myself in very good shape. I go to the gym 3 times a week and eat well and take a modicum of alcohol and no tobacco. So I think that's the model for living a good, long, healthy life. And so there we have it. All right, take care of yourself and happy birthday and many happy returns. And thank Dave for sending me to you to celebrate your day.